Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to quickly talk to you from the subject. Don't be fooled. Again, the subject is don't be fooled. A lot of times we think that all the time it's just righteousness versus unrighteousness. And again, this is not a theological debate that we're having, so I'm just letting you know just some suggestions. It very well may not have any validity theologically, but I'll just let you know a lot of times that we do think that it's unrighteous versus righteous, but sometimes it's just the righteous versus the self-righteous. And then there's the self-righteous versus the unrighteous. And I'll explain what I mean. There are people out there who are self-righteous. They do everything that they should do. And this can be across all kind of disciplines. There are people who go to practice every day, who show up on time, do what they're supposed to do. But there are little quirks that they don't keep up with. And this is from an athletical standpoint. And then there's also people who attend other organizations and things and do everything, check all the boxes, but there are just some little pieces that they don't keep up with. For example, a lot of times the self-righteous, they don't like the righteous because the righteous expose what real righteousness should look like. And they're not always going to just drag them out to the market square and say, they're unrighteous. But they're going to do their best to be righteous, and their righteous deeds and behaviors is going to cause people to see it and then compare the self-righteous to them. And then also, one of the reasons that the self-righteous get upset is because the righteous will go fool with the quote unrighteous, or the people that are disregarded, the social pariahs, the outcasts, the vagabonds, the misfits. And then the outcasted, the vagabonds, the misfits, the pariahs will say, hey man, there really are some good people out there and you're one of them. And this is what it looks like. I talked to so-and-so and they just made me feel like I was nothing or nobody. But man, you really took time with me. All right, I'm cool. I'm really ready to hear what you got to say. And that burns up the self-righteous because a lot of times the self-righteous are trying to dig up something on the righteous and destroy their character and their influences in various places. But the righteousness prevails even if they do something wrong. They're like, they did something wrong. This is it. Let's get them. And people are like, you know what? They're so great. Everybody makes mistakes. We're going to overlook it. So I just want you to just take a moment and just think about that. And don't be fooled. Some of you out there are doing great. You're doing everything that you should be doing. You're working as hard as you can work. But, every now and then you may have a mess up or foul up, bleep, or blunder. But you're still, for the most part, trying your best. And there are people who are trying to drag you, as they say, under the bus, throw you under the bus, or old school, rake you over the coals. Whatever you want to say that's being done. But you just keep pressing forward. Because in the end, no one can pin down truth. It's incontrovertible. Malice may attack it, ignorance may deride it, but in the end, it shall still press forth. Well, I hope I've said something to encourage you and to edify you along your journey. And I don't know what that particular journey for you is, but you certainly do know. And I always encourage you to dream like you'll live forever. Live like you'll die today. And you have once again stumbled in this place, in this land called Mike Believe. And I encourage you to dial your inner child and let your imagination run wild.